What's going on, guys? Back at you guys with another presentation. Guys. In this presentation, guys, this is what we're going to talk about. It's a different breed of youngsters nowadays, guys. We know this. Young people are totally different nowadays. It's a total different breed of young people nowadays. Like their mentality, their mindset, their attitude on life. It's just totally different nowadays, young people, it's a different, we know it's a different breed. But in this story, I'm gonna just talk to you guys about, there was a 14-year-old son shot and killed his own mother after he heard her arguing with her new boyfriend. A 39-year-old Florida mother was enjoying a quiet afternoon with her boyfriend when someone she trusted completely changed everything in an instant. Tiffany Harris lost her life trying to protect the man she loved. But the identity of the shooter would devastate a community and challenge everything. We think we know about family violence. This tragic case from Riverview, Florida, exposes the hidden warning signs that families often miss and raises critical questions about mental health, gun safety, and domestic violence prevention. I'm assuming in this story, guys, that perhaps the son witnessed the boyfriend beating on the mother, and the son was running to protect his mother by shooting the boyfriend. I don't know. But this is what I do. They were arguing, so I'm just assuming that's why he did what he did. He was protecting his mother. But overall, guys, it's a different breed of teens now. We were bad when I was a teenager, but teenagers now, they totally different. And a lot of these youngsters, they exposed to so much. And a lot of these youngsters that's growing up nowadays, they don't have no one to give them no guidance. They don't have no one to teach them nothing. A lot of parents nowadays, instead of parenting, they're being friends with their children. It's a difference from, it's different from being a parent and being your child's friend. And a lot of parents nowadays especially end up being their children's friend. They say that this youngster, he killed his mother. He critically wounded her boyfriend. He tried to kill his brother, but the brother escaped. I believe this was a terribly mentally ill young man. I really do believe that. 14 years old, shoot your own mother. I mean, what would possess you to shoot your own mother? Now, I was just speculating and assuming that maybe, he saw the boyfriend putting his hands on the mother and he was running to her aid, to defend his mother, against domestic violence or whatever, maybe the man was beating on his mother or whatever. But I don't know indefinite, I don't believe that the boyfriend was beating the mother, but the story didn't say if the man was beating on the mother. But I believe this dude was just mentally ill, this teenage boy, because he tried to kill the boyfriend, he tried to kill his brother. I mean, to kill your own mother, I mean, that's another level of savagery. I mean, that's why I say these youngsters nowadays, like I say, it's a different breed. And a lot of people like to ignore mental issues, especially in in certain ethnicities. A lot of people try to ignore mental issues, but mental illness is on the rise, guys, and mental illness is at an all-time high. A lot of people, you may see them, they may look normal, they may look like they holding everything together, but really they messed up in the head. And I just couldn't fathom taking your own parent out. But you got some youngsters, they end up taking their own parents out. I don't know what to say, guys. I just say that a lot of parents, they need to talk to their kids. Find out what's going on with your children. This is why it's good to be transparent with your children. Talk to your kids to, see what's going on with them, see what's going through their mind. Because my grandmother always used to say when I was a kid that, an idle mind is the devil's workshop. And I think parents need to be transparent with their children. Parents need to talk to their kids, see where their head is, because, mental illness is on the rise, guys. And like I say, a lot of people going through things, and a lot of people suffering in silence. And sometimes I feel like parents just don't know what's going on with their children mentally. This is why you need to talk to your kids. See what's going on with them. This is a sad case. This boy gonna spend the rest of his life in prison. Mother dead, boyfriend. He's lucky that he survived his injuries. He's in critical condition. The brother escaped, so at least the brother, the brother that he tried to shoot and kill is still alive. But I just wish I'd known what made this young man snap like this. That's why I say I was just assuming that perhaps he saw the boyfriend, putting his hands on his mother in the past, and he couldn't take it no more. Because there are a lot of youngsters who, they witness their mother getting abused at the hands of a man, and a lot of women too. A lot of women believe in putting a man before their children. This is why a lot of children find themselves in getting done wrong, getting executed and stuff like that, because a lot of women, they don't care about their children's safety. They put the man before their children's safety, and that's why a lot of these horrible things happen to children. But this is a sad case. Like I say, parents, talk to your children. See where their mind is at. See what's going on with them, because you got a lot of youngsters. They hold a lot of things in because they don't have no one to talk to, and this is why it's very important to have someone that you can vent to, because a lot of youngsters they hold a lot of stuff in. They don't have no one to talk to. Their parents a lot of times neglect them because the parents are so overloaded with their own problems and their own circumstances. They don't really care about what's going on with their children, but they need to care about what's going on with them. This is just a sad story. I mean, 14-year-old boy getting ready to go to prison for the rest of his life for taking his mother out. And you just think to yourself, what could possess a person to take their own parent out? Like, that's why I say mental illness is real, guys. A lot of people try to say mental illness is not real. Mental illness is real, and it's just unfortunate that this had to happen. It's unfortunate. I mean, they say that she was a good mother, that she helped anyone that she could. That's from what the story said. She was a good mother. I mean, 39 years old, lost her life. She would have never thought that she would lose her own life to the hands of her own son. So sad. That's why I say, guys, it's a different generation of youngsters nowadays. We were bad when we were teenagers, but these youngsters nowadays, they're a different breed. They got a lot of technology at their hands, and they're way more advanced than we were when we were teenagers. But you guys, make sure you rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this story. Sad stuff right here. This young man, his whole life is just completely gone. All over a bad decision. And one thing I want to know too is, how did this youngster get a hold of a firearm? That's the question that people need to be asking themselves too. Like, that's why I say parents need to be parenting, and they need to be, they need to know what their kids are involved with and what their children are doing, because how does a 14-year-old even get his hands on a firearm? I mean, this is why I say parents need to be parenting, because a 14-year-old boy shouldn't even have a gun. I mean, this is why I say a lot of parents are totally oblivious to what their children are doing or the things that their children are involved in. And just a sad story, because no teenager should even have a gun, until you are trained and of legal age to own a firearm, and I truly feel like if you have emotional demons, you definitely don't need no fire. You don't need no heat if you have some emotional problems. But sad stuff, guys. Got youngsters killing their children, and I notice that's why I say these youngsters nowadays, they wild. They on demon time for real. But you guys, let me know what you think about this story. It's crazy. We live in a world now where anything goes nowadays. People are on edge. People are ready to snap at any given moment. People just don't have no conscience no more. That's the times we living in nowadays. People don't have any conscience anymore. People don't care. People will eliminate you and not think nothing about it. And that's why I had to learn, stay to yourself, focus on getting you together, do what you got to do for you, and just stay out the way, because like I say, guys, mental illness is real, and you got a lot of people out here snapping. A lot of people snapping. This is why I stay to myself. I do what I got to do for me. I don't bother nobody, and I just stay out the way. That's the best thing to do. But you guys, make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Donate. $, Brandon Lock 125. I'll see you guys in the next presentation. We finally made it here at 9,000 subscribers. I feel great about that. That's a big achievement. That's a real big achievement. I'm on the road now. We're on the road to 10K subscribers, guys. Thanks for tuning in to the content. Look forward to another live stream coming soon. Sometime soon. Hopefully in August, September, or before the month of July is over. I do plan on doing another live stream. But yeah, be on the lookout for another live stream coming soon, guys. Thanks for all the support. Sad stuff. Teenage boy going to prison for the rest of his life for taking his own mother out. You guys have a good evening.